Hi guys, Storm1 back again with another Nanoblock Unbuild and build, and today we are doing Charizard. This was a requested Nanoblock Unbuild and rebuild by LegoZilla2323. So thank you very much for the comment and the request. I have already got started. Well, it was already on my unbuild and rebuild list, and I was hoping to do it at the right time, and this is the right time. So let me show you guys. What it looks like. So we got a lot of orange pieces here, here, and here. We've also got some blue for the wings right here. There's some L's, 1x2s and 1x1s. We've even got a lot of other colors. We've got some transparent red and yellow. We've even got some cream and some white. And of course some dark blue. Now if you watch this video and you feel like this could be quite a difficult build, don't worry, that's what this video is for. I'm going to show you the tips and methods that I use to build up my Charizard Nanoblock set so that you feel like this level 3 build will feel like a level 2. So if you stick around for most of the video, you will feel a lot more comfortable. So I'm going to get started and gather up all the pieces I will need for step 1. Okay, so the pieces for this step are as follows. We need 3 2x4s. 5 2x3s, 3, no, it is 2 1x3s, 2 L's, 4 1x2s, and we will need 4 1x4 in oranges. So it's always good to have a bit of a sorting system to help you out with the builds. So I got these. We've also need 3 cream 1x3s, a 1x2 in cream, and 4 2x3s. So I'm going to show you guys that even though it is a stage 3, well, a 3-layer step, it will be easy once you understand how I did the method. Check with you in a second. Alright, so the step is now complete. Let me show you guys what I did. First of all, was a cream 2x3 right here. Then a 1x3 of the cream here again. Then I did an orange 2x3 here and here. You have to make sure that that you put it on landscape and it is a peg away from your cream pieces first. Then once that's done, I did a orange 2x4 here and a 1x3. Make sure that the 1x4 and the 2x4s are aligned with their cream counterparts, the 2x3 and the 1x3 as well. And back here, I had to put on the 1x2s of orange here and here, so that we got a good solid foundation for Charizard's legs. Then here at the front, I had to put on a 2x3 cream, so that the 2x3s from the first layer do not move around as much as you carry on with the building. Then behind that is a 1x2 cream here and a 1x3 here. Then once I did that, I went around to the right, and then I did a orange 2x3. A 2x3 behind the cream 1x3 right here at the back. Then here on the side is an orange 2x4. If I can show the pen right here, there it is. Then I did an orange 1x2 right here, followed by an orange L. I'll tell you guys about the upper layer in a minute. And I did this. What I did at the back on the other side here is an orange 1x2 and an orange L. There is no 2x4, otherwise it would look a bit inconsistent. Behind the front, that piece right here is another orange 2x3, and behind all of that is another orange 2x3 right here. So for the top, as you can see, I've got a cream 1x3 here for the front of Charizard's belly. Then on the sides is small cream 2x3s here. Then a 1x3 here and here, followed by a 1x4 here and here. Then here at the back is a 1x4 orange, followed by another 2x4. So we are starting up Charizard's body. We're also starting up to build the base of the tail as well. So it is early days, but don't worry about it. We'll get to the more tricky details momentarily. We're going to move on to step 2 of the build, and I need to gather all the pieces for this. Okay, so for this step of the build, we need 4 2x4s here and 1x4, both in orange. 2 2x3s in orange, and an orange T right here. 5 2x2s, an orange L. 3 orange 1x1s. Then for the creams, we got a 1x3, 4 2x1s, and 2 2x3s right here. So that's the pieces for building up more of Charizard. And there is another method that I need, well, another part of the step that I need to show you when before I fully complete the step. So stick around and I'll show you guys what it's all about in a minute. Okay, so step 2 of the build is now completed. What we needed was one cream 2x3. I think we're going to need another one for later on in the build. So keep an eye on, well, I'll keep an eye on the instructions. But anyway, first of all, for the first cream 2x3, I popped it right here. Then I went around to the back and did the 1x2s here and here for the cream. Then I did an orange 2x2 right here and again right here. Followed that up by a 2x3 is right here, sorry. Then I went to the back, like right here, and I put right here and here with orange 1x1s. Then I did a 2x4, sorry, then 1x4 right here. Then for the top, what I did was I built up more of the foundation of the Charizard tail with a 2x3 right here. Then I put on the cream 1x3 here, and then followed it up with a cream 1x2 here and here. Now what I did, I gently put a 2x2 right here, but I did not plug it into the model, if that makes sense, so that I can get the other parts of the build done. What I did was I put on another orange 2x4 right here, and followed that up with a 1x1 here and an L here. And then I placed on a orange T right here. So the thing that I needed to show you was in regards to Charizard's arm. You need a 2x4 and a 2x2. Now you put on 2x2 here, and again here, and then you pop it on like so. And you got yourself 2 Charizard arms. It's always important that before you do the step, you put on the 2x2 underneath the 2x4. Otherwise, you might struggle a bit trying to put on the 2x2s underneath the 2x4. So before putting on the 2x4 onto the main base of the model, do the 2x2s first. And with that step over and done with, I'm going to gather all the pieces I'll need for step 3 of the build. Okay, so for the pieces for step 3, we need a cream 2x3, the last one that I accidentally brought in from the last step. 3 orange 2x3s, 2 1x2s, 2 L's, a 2x2, 3 T's, and 2 1x3s. So we're going to carry on building up more of Charizard's body, and of course making sure that we get the last details in for his tail. So this will be what this step is all about. So step 3 is now completed. I obviously did the 2x3 cream first and foremost, so I used that as a good foundation brick. Then I went behind it with, but on both sides, with 2 orange 2x3s right on the right and the left here. Then here I did a orange 1x2 here and here to help get the curve on Charizard's body, because he is quite a big, bulky dragon, fire-breathing dragon. Then behind the 2x3, I had to put on an orange T right here. Here where my finger is. And I've also done the tail here. I've done 1x3 here, and on top, as you can see, it's a 2x2. Now what I did was I did not put the I only put this one on top of the 1x3, whereas so that it doesn't slide around as much. The instructions said attention direction of double ridges. So what I did was I made sure that the double ridges pointed towards the model instead of on the side, so that it doesn't move around a lot. Then carrying on to the next level is an orange 2x3 right here, followed by 2 L's, where my fingers are both located. Then behind it is another orange T, and on top is an orange 1x3 followed by an orange T. So that is that for step 3. So for the next step, step 4, we're going to go a little bit somewhere unique with the model. We're actually going to do the feet. Now you're going to be wondering, why aren't we doing the rest of the body first? Why not just go on to the feet? Because we need to get a good solid stability for the model first before we attempt to make any progress on any other part of the model. Because if we did the wings first, then it would it would make the model a little unstable as we carried on with the build. So I'll get the pieces for step 4. Okay, so the pieces for this step are as follows. We need 2 white tees, 2 orange 2x2s, 2 1x2s, 1x1s here, sorry, and 1x2s, 2 orange Ls, and 2 2x3s. Now, you're going to have to turn the model upside down as you do this step, so that you can help, so that you don't have to worry about pieces going flying around or coming loose. So turn the model upside down first, and then we can begin the next step. With step 4 fully completed, the model now has his feet. So first of all, on both legs, we did I did a 1x2 on right here, and then again here, and then right next to it is a 2x3 right here and here. Then on top, I did a white T. I did the orange L's first, so that I got a good idea on where to put the white T's, where it's so that the Charizard has its talents, because Charizard with a reverted talents is a really scary looking monster. Then I planted on the orange 1x1s right here, so that it looks like a proper 2x3. And this is what the model should look like after this step. Now, if you feel like it could be a little bit wonky, don't worry about it. Just try to press the model against something nice and solid so that it keeps everything together. Or maybe it just needs something to, or you might have something like a stand, like a spare Nanoblock plate that you could use as a decoration. But anyway, I need to gather all the pieces for step 5 because we need to work on the wings next. Okay, so for step 5, where we're going to be focusing on the wings of the model, we're going to need a lot of pieces. So we've got 4 blue 1x1s, 4 blue Ls, and 14 blue 1x2s. Then for the orange, we need 8 1x1s, 12 1x2s, 8 1x3s, 8 L's, and 2 T's. Now what I'm going to do on this step is I'm going to show you where each wing, the left wing on one side and the right wing on the other, so you guys know what it is that you have to do exactly. You can pause the video at any time that you want and take a look at the wings separately. So don't worry about what the wing, one wing or the other should look like. You can use this video as a reference if you need be. So I'm going to get started on the build, starting off with part 1 of step 5. Okay, so part 1 of each wing is now done. What I had to do first was grab 2 1x2 blues here and a 1x3 orange here at the back, and of course another 1x2 right here, so that it's aligned with the 1x3 orange. Sorry. Then don't worry if the wing is a little loose. On the top, I put on an orange L here, and then a blue 1x2 here, and another one here, followed by another a blue L right here, and it's exactly the same but only mirrored for the other wing. Then in the back here is an orange 1x2. Then here at the back, this one is a separate part of the method of the back. What I had to do was put on an orange L here with an orange 1x2, and underneath, above that was an orange 1x3 right here. And it's exactly the same, but you gotta make sure that when you're doing the wings, that they are not as identical to each other. So check the instructions before you do the build. And on top is an orange L right here. So these are what the wings look like right now. So don't worry if they look a little loose. They will get a bit structurally solid after the next couple of parts for this step. So I'm going to move on to part 2 of the build. Okay, so part 2 of the step is now completed. What you had to do for each wing is start to build up so that it's got the proper structure for how Charizard flies. So what I had to do on both wings was put on a 1x2 blue, and then behind it was also a 1x2 orange, and then an orange L, and then on top of each one was an orange T, followed by another blue 1x1 here with an orange 1x1 here. Then on top of the 1x1 orange and the 1x1 blue was an orange 1x2, and the same again here. and then an orange 1x1 here at the top of the wings. So we have got the top done. So now we just have to go from the top downwards again to work up towards the structure, to more of the insides of the wings. So part 3 of step 5 is now done. Nothing much, nothing special here. Just a blue 1x2 here, and same again with the other wing, other side of the wing here. Then a blue L right next to it. Just make sure that they are aligned with each other, exactly opposite to each other. Leave it like this, or this, whatever works for you. Then an orange 1x1 here and here, followed by an orange 1x3 at the back. So we've got more of the wings done, and we gotta make sure that the wings are fully completed before the end of the step. So we're gonna go on to part 4 of the build. Okay, so the wings are now finally completed. Let me recap what you had to do for each wing. You had to put on a blue 1x2 here, then an orange 1x3 right here. Then on top of the blue 1x2 is a blue 1x1. Make sure that you check the instructions before you place them on. Then an orange 1x2 so that it moves towards the outside of the wing. And then a orange 1x1 here, so that forms a nice little tip. Same again with the other model right here. So with that step done, you just need to bring in the model and apply the wings accordingly. Does that look correct to me? And yes, it does. So the wings are now completed. So now we can move on to step 6 of the build, where we're going to build Charizard's head. So the pieces for the head of Charizard, we have got 6 2x4s, about 10 2x3s here. We got 4 1x1s here, 3 2x2s, and at least 8 1x2s here. 4 1x3s, 4 1x4s, 2 Ts, and we have got 2 white 1x2s and 1x1s here, and the last 2 are black dark blue 1x2s for the pupils of Charizard's eyes. If you remember the Charmander video, it's going to be like that. The same color eyes as that. So do keep that in mind. So I am going to look into part 1 of the step for Charizard, and it looks like from part 1 of step 6, it's a 3-layer process. Okay, so for step 1, part 1 of step 6, I started off with the orange 2x3 here at the front, then in behind it was in sequence 2x4, 1x4, and 2x4, and at the back here is another 2x3. Now you're gonna ask again, why are we doing this separately instead of putting it on the main body? Same answer as before. It's for stability for the part. So we just need to make sure that when we build the head, that it is very stable instead of just putting it one brick on at a time. Otherwise, it's just going to look unstable and quite messy. So carrying on, from the next layer is an orange 1x3, and behind it is a 2x4 followed by another 1x4 right here at the back. And we've also put on the dark blue 1x1s here and here. And right behind those is a 2x4 here and a 2x3 right here. Then at the back is another 2x3 here to make sure that it's got a good curve to the head. Then at the top we have, I started off with a white 1x2 here and here again. Then I went around to the middle again and did a 2x4 and 1x4 here. Then I did a 2x2 here and here, followed by an orange 1x2 here and here. And then finish it off with an orange T here to finish that part of the step. So I'm now going to move on to part 2 of the build, and we're going to carry on with making more of Charizard's head. Part 2 of the step is completed. Beginning here at the on this layer here, I started off with an orange T, then went back with a 1x2 right on top of the white 1x2 sorry, here and here, so that we've got the very angry look of Charizard that we're all familiar with. Then behind those 1x2s is a 2x3 here and a 2x4. Then at the back, behind that is a 1x3 and a 1x2 followed by a 1x1. Then next up for the next layer is a 2x3 here, and the 2x2 here with another 1x1 right here. Then on the top here of Charizard's head is a 2x3 and a 1x1 right there. So with those pieces now put on, it's time to turn the head around and then get to work on Charizard's head. Sorry, his ferocious dragon-like fangs. Okay, so we have done the fangs of Charizard. What I did was I started off up here at the back with the 2x3. Then I went ahead forward and did another 2x3 here. And then placed the white 1x1s here and here. And then I placed the orange 1x4 here. And then an orange 1x1 right here. So that is that for the underside of Charizard's mouth. Now it's time for part 4. And what you have to do is you have to grab two 1x3s and 1x2s. You put the 1x2 on top of the 1x3 at the end. Either end, doesn't matter. There we go. And then we pop them right on top of Charizard's head like this. There we go. Charizard has his fiery horns on his dragon-like horns. But now we gotta go on to the next step, which is to assemble the head onto the body. Now, when you do this, try to make sure that you do it as such. If you want a good angle of where you should be putting the head on, do it at the side instead of straight forward, because you won't be able to see where exactly you'll be putting the head on. So now we are nearly done with the Charizard build, and just like the Charmander build, we've only got one thing left to do, and that is to build the flame on Charizard's tail. And for the final step of this build, we need 4 yellow 2x2s here, and 2 2x1s. For the reds, we need 2 1x1s, 8 1x2s, and 4 2x2s. So this is where we're going to build the flame, and I just need to well, it's really easy. Well, once you look at the picture, it's easy to understand, but putting it into practice is another thing. So I'm going to get a head start and take care of step 1 of part 1 of step 7. Okay, so part 1 of the step is now complete. What I did was I grabbed the yellow 2x2s here, and again, it's with the double rigid part aiming towards the body so that it doesn't move around that much. I put another 2x2 on top of that, same color, yellow. Then I did a 2x2 red here, and then a yellow 2x2 right here on the right. And then underneath the yellow 2x2, right here, is a red 1x2. So make sure that it is the double rigid is in line, is heading straight towards the model itself instead of aiming away from the models, if that makes any sense. So with that done, we need to make sure that this is a real burning fire. We're going to move on to part 2 of the step. Okay, so the second part of step 7 is nearly complete. First of all, I thought I'd show you what I've already done. I've done the red 1x2s here and here, as they're supposed to be facing the model, but I thought I'd show you what you have to do with the other pieces. So for the red translucent parts, you need a 2x2 and 2 1x2s here. Then you grab the 1x2s and you stack one on top of the other, like so, and then put it underneath that the 2x2, and you put it on like that. Same again with the yellow. We need a 2x2 here and a 1x2, and then you put the 1x2 underneath the 2x2. Make sure that they're in line with the double rigid so that they don't move around, and then put it on top like that. Really easy to do, but it can be a little tricky to understand if you haven't read the instructions properly. But again, it's up to you how you do it, and the video here is a good reference. So now it's time for me to move on to part 3 of step 7. Okay, so we are done with part 3 of step 7. What I did was I had to look at the instructions to see where the flame should be going, and I would recommend the same for you. Try to make sure that when you're looking at the model, that the red, yellow, red is facing you instead of away from you. If that makes any, well, so that you know how to do the rest of the flame. So what I had to do here was a red 1x2 here, then a yellow 1x2, then another red 1x2 here, and at the back of the yellow 1x2 is a red 1x1 on its own. And then what you have to do is you have to grab 2 red 2x2s, and then you stack them on top of where the yellow 1x2 is. And that's that. We're nearly done for this model. We've only got one more thing to do, and that's the tip of the flame, so that it's an actual living proof that it's a living Pokemon. So what we need is the last red 1x2 and a 1x1. You put the 1x1 on top of the 1x2, and then you pop it on like that, and then you put the flame on top of Charizard's tail, like so. And that's him. He is now ready to take to the skies and breathe fiery wrath upon his opposing Pokemon challenges. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, why not check out my latest video right here. If you haven't got anything to watch on the weekend or one of your days off, why not check out my playlist right here. And if you aren't a subscriber to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified on my latest videos. Hope to see you again soon. Happy gaming. See you around.